All right, we're recording.
Yay!
All
I was today.
right. So this is like our first official team call. I love it. There's so many of you girls on. This is fun.
Yeah, thanks for getting on, guys.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, we only have about 40 minutes. Callie, I'm so excited that you're on.
I have to like step off for a minute, but
That's okay. So like I mentioned in the post, we're kind of just gonna go over a couple of things. Callie and Erin and I did a little video this weekend. We just chatted and kind of tried to plan out March and just go over some things that we want to do for the team and just threw a bunch of ideas out there. And we were just gonna kind of go over everything and then just see what you girls wanted to ask us or talk about and just go from there, right? The first thing we were going to talk about is just explaining the calendar that Callie had posted. I'm not going to go too far into it. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. I was just going to kind of run through it, especially some coaches who weren't on Callie's team, like my coach. You might not know, some of you girls might not know what some of these groups are that we're going to do, but they're really fun. They're really exciting, and I'm just so excited to be doing them. I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen real quick. Actually, that wouldn't work, would it? No, I'm not going to share my screen. But if you girls have the calendar open, great. If not, maybe just take some notes or something. But I'm just going to start with the beginning of March. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of go through this really quickly. I don't want to spend time on it. But the first week, well, the second week, I guess, the first Monday, we're going to do a 7-day Smart Start. It's basically going to be a new coach boot camp. It's going to be 7 days, but you don't have to be a brand new coach to be in this. I just want to mention that. You can be a veteran coach. This can be like a restart, a refresh, whatever you want to do with it. But anyone is welcome to do this. It's going to be 7 days. We're going to just talk about the basics, have videos for you, etc. And then what else? The following week, I'm just going to go over the training groups. The following week, we're going to do Emerald in a Day. This is something that Callie did, so maybe if you want to explain it, you can. I don't know. I don't remember exactly everything about it, but I just know that it was really cool. You did have to make some type of monetary, or I don't know how to explain it. You had to pay to be in the group. You got your money back, right? If you hit Emerald, everyone split the pot. So say everyone throws in $5. I don't remember. I think it might have been 10. But if you hit Emerald by Thursday morning, everyone in that group who hit Emerald with you will all split the pot. So if you're the only one and there's 5 girls in there, you'll get $50. Is that right, Callie?
yes.
Okay. And then the next week, we're going to do a Sprint to Diamond. Similar thing as the Emerald, right? You would have to pay some money to get into it, but you would split the pot. And that's going to be a week long, Callie?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Actually, they get like 2. I mean, the group itself is a week long, like the training, but then they get like an additional week.
Right. Diamond. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to get in the Smart Start group, whether you're a new coach, old coach, whatever, you can do that. You can get into the Emerald in a Day if you're not already Emerald, and then you can jump into the Diamond group. So, I think that's pretty cool. I really like that setup. What else?
I was just going to add something really quick before I forget. Sorry. And that's for everyone on the team. You don't have to be a personally sponsored coach of just like Callie or Lauren or myself. It's for like your coaches. So invite everybody, because I keep getting a lot of questions about that and I didn't make it clear before.
Right.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, we want to, like, let's say I have one of my personally sponsored coaches has a personally sponsored coach that wants to get in the group. We want you in there, too. So let's say you have a coach that wants in the group. We want you in there, too, helping them and, you know, guiding them along the training. But it's still your responsibility to help, you know, coach your coach. So just want to make sure that you know that. Now, if let's say like your personally sponsored coach kind of like stepped out of the game, they're not really active, and you like you want to do this, then by all means, jump in the group and we will take you under our wing and help you. We want to help anyone that wants to do this. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's great that you added that.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That's a good point.
Yes.
And then what else on the calendar? Do you want me to talk about hardcore, or do one of you?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and like the team calls, they're going to be. I think Callie was already doing Tuesday night, and we were kind of doing Saturday, but we're all going to meet together every other Tuesday night at this time if it works for everybody, and we will record it as long as it works. Hopefully, it will work every time. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really know how we're going to do the team calls. Or we haven't really decided yet. Or I think actually we're going to do a different topic every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have something, like anything that you're struggling with or just want to talk about with us, like tell us in the team page, and we'll put together, something to kind of teach you girls whatever it is that you're struggling with. I think the first one in March. Are we going to do challenge groups?
Yeah, I'm going to cover that, especially because with like the new challenge group app coming out, I think that, things are going to change. So I've been testing that out, and I'm going to try my first challenge group with that coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping to, kind of figure that out and let you know how that goes. And then we'll talk about because I know some of you guys had said how do you do your free groups? How do you keep people engaged? So I just want to cover all that. I mean, we don't have time to do all of that tonight. So I did want to have one call specifically for that, and I want to record it so that way you can, go back and have access to it in the future too. So yeah, that'll be our first one. So that'll be next Tuesday night. We'll cover challenge groups. Or no, I lied. Because next Tuesday night is the sneak peek, and then
the
next team call.
Yeah, yep. And we'll record it. Hopefully by then we'll have the Google Hangout figured out. But if not, we can just do Zoom. It's fine.
Yeah.
How many people does it hold?
They just upload it right to your YouTube. You don't have to upload it, but it's all right.
I don't know. That's what I asked Lauren before. I'm not sure how many people can get in a Hangout, and I think maybe that's why other coaches have switched over.
Hangout?
We could, Zoom.
We'll just
Zoom
have to figure-
50.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to play around with it, Lauren and Aaron, and figure it out amongst ourselves. And then if we can figure it out, then we'll do that, because I have no idea how to use it. I've never done it before either.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, even though the calls are going to be recorded, we really, really, really encourage you guys to get on live, because I think it's just it's about the atmosphere, the community of it, us as a team. I want us to, be a little bit of a community, a little family. And I think that that's how you get it, is by jumping on the team calls and being active in the team group. And you may know, that's another thing that I wanted to say while we were on here. Anytime anyone welcomes a new coach into the page, I want everybody to welcome them into the page. Imagine that it was you, you're a new coach, and they're saying, hey everyone, welcome to the team, and then one person's welcome to the team. You're going to be sweet. Everybody, we need to welcome them in, make them feel welcome, make them feel excited. That's what we need to do. We need to build up the excitement. Everyone's kind of just no, we need to be this is good. What's going on, guys?
Yes, I totally.
Yeah.
Because that just lets them know how much of a team we are, how the community, the coach community is. I talk about that a lot whenever I'm talking to people about coaching. It's such a community. I've met so many girls, and I try to tell them about that. So doing that will just back that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed.
You can even, if you have time, you can even make a little graphic with their picture on it. You don't have to spend tons of time on it. Just do it in your app, in an app real quick. Take their profile picture and just say welcome so-and-so, and post a picture in it. And that's exciting for them. That's cool. They get to see their picture and feel welcome. You could even do that. I'm actually going to be doing that tonight or tomorrow for a new coach that I have. So you could do that if you have some time. But anyway. So who tried out 22-minute hardcore? Did anyone?
I did. I love it.
It's cool.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, so I mean that comes out March 1st, next Tuesday. I don't know anything about pricing yet. I don't know if they said anything online about pricing.
I don't know. I just Googled it to try to find out some info, because I'm just haven't looked up that kind of stuff. It says it's 8 weeks long, 22 minutes long.
2 minutes.
Anyways,
It's
I
like
can
a
look
boot
it up.
camp military style workout. They're like in a big field. They're all wearing like their army pants. Like it's meant to be like a boot camp. And it is. It's hard. And they like count to every move. He like makes everyone yell and count. And it's cool. It's for men, women, anyone. But I liked it. It was really fun. It was quick. Obviously 22 minutes. Next time there's going to be like 15 minute.
I know.
They just keep getting shorter. But it's hard. So, yeah, it comes out March 1st, so you can start talking about it, even if you didn't doubt. I mean, there's still tons of people who can give you some pointers on it, or some of the workouts that we did. There's, like, burpees in it. God, now I don't remember everything. I just remember there's lots of burpees. But, you know, there's tons of people who tried it out. You could probably YouTube it and get an idea for what it's about, but start talking about it now. There's going to be someone that you're friends with or talking to in your conversations that is going to be interested in this program.
So make sure that you're like right now, like tonight or tomorrow, get in the FAQ and educate yourself on it. So that way when people come and ask you questions, maybe you haven't tried it yourself yet, but you can tell them like how long are the workouts, does it require equipment? And the FAQ, it has all that, like the most commonly asked questions. Like Lauren said, YouTube a couple videos so you can get a visual of what it's like. Because, you know, you're the person that people come to for this information, so you need to know what you're talking about. So just go to the FAQ. The FAQ, Google, and YouTube should be your BFF. You don't have to know everything. You just have to be resourceful. So make sure that you dig up on it and know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, so all of you that have challenge groups already, that's a good place to start like advertising for it, but you don't have to be like just post a picture of it and Tony Horton, whatever. I mean, you can build the excitement, let them know this is what I'm going to do next. Does anyone want to join me? That's like such an easy sale because you already have that trust with those people in your challenge group. And and obviously you want to post it on your pages too. But I know some coaches don't like to like post the name of workouts, and that's, you know, hit or miss, but you could try it either way.
Would you guys benefit, like if I were to come up with like several example posts on how you can promote a Beachbody program, like wording and pictures without just like posting a picture of Tony Horton? Like, would you guys like that if I could come up with some examples and post them on the team page so that way you know you have like an example of wording and pictures?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I know I like to have examples, so make sure that you're not using it word for word, because if I share that and then you guys use it word for word, I know a lot of people, especially if you live in the same town or area, a lot of people follow you. So if you're having the exact same post as someone else, then they're going to be like, you know, that's not really them. That's, you know, you want to be your own person and you want to make sure people know that you're not just a robot.
Yeah, and people know when you're copy and pasting something or when it's not you. Like they know how you talk, and it's gonna portray in your post. You're gonna not sound like yourself. Like I see that. I'm not gonna say whatever. I'm not gonna say, but I see it on not coaches but other network marketing companies where it's like this just looks like something that someone gave you to write or something. So. Just make sure that it's your wording, the way you talk and write things and say things to people, but you can still use our examples for sure.
So like a good way for you to do this, like this is what I like to do. Like I like to read a post that I like, and then I don't look at it, and then I retype it, because then you kind of retype it in your own words because you're not looking at it word for word. So you kind of have a summary of in your head of what you want to say, but then it comes out in how you would say it and not how they would say it.
That's great. I love that. I totally agree.
All right.
So do you want to go on to the leaderboards next?
Oh yeah.
So we're going to be like giving everybody shout outs every week basically on the leaderboard for PV, and it's going to be for anyone that has 200 PV or higher. So we're going to recognize everybody for that in our group and on our public Facebook pages with like pictures. It's going to be really cute. So we just really want everyone to get excited about that because, you know, just being recognized is a big deal. and it really will help you, and it'll help like build your following too. And if you want to explain the other ones, you can.
Oh, yeah. So we're also going to do Success Club, which I'm sure, I don't know if you guys already do that. I think Callie's team already does that, but I wasn't really doing that. But every week we're going to also recognize Success Club. Whether you have 10 Success Club points or whether you have 1, your name will be on the board. Recognition is such a big thing for success. I think I love when I see people being recognized. I just think it makes you feel good, So we want to do that for you, so that you know that you're doing a really good job and that you're being recognized for it. So we're going to do Success Club every single week. We'll post it in the group, and then at the end of the month, we'll do one big one, and we'll post it on our Facebook page. But every week, it's just going to be in the group. We don't want to be doing it too much. So we'll do it once a month with the Success Club on our Facebook page, and we'll tag everyone in it. And like I said, it's whether you have 10 points or 1 point, your name will be on the board. So just try to give yourself a goal to make that leaderboard every week, or make that leaderboard at the end of the month. That's just something that I think I've always liked, was seeing my name on a board with other people who are hitting Success Club. And so if you make that a weekly goal for yourself, I think it's just going to help you push yourself a little bit harder. And same with the PV, that's personal volume. So 200 personal volume points or more, your name will be on that leaderboard as well. And then I think we might even do like a top coach of the week or a top coach of the month or something. I don't know, something like that. Haven't really figured that out yet, but just try to make it a goal to be on those leaderboards. I think it just helps you measure your business and making sure that you're doing the right thing.
What time is it? So, okay, I was just checking to see what time it was. So are we up to the Q&A already? Have we covered everything that we were going to cover?
Yeah, I think we were just going to go to that calendar and just explain the group.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. If you want.
Well, Laura and I were talking earlier. Somebody had posted about like how to engage your challengers, and there's a lot of different ways you can do that. And we were saying that in the past we've followed like a point system, and I have a graphic I can share, and I'm sure she has one too. And basically you just post that to the group at the beginning, and you really lay out the guidelines to the group, and everyone just follows that, and then they count up their points, or you can count them up for them, and the person with the most points at the end will win a prize. And like we talked about, it doesn't have to be something like ginormous. It could be like a $5 gift card, Starbucks or Target or whatever you want, or a Shakeology sample. That's a great gift too. But that was one thing that we talked about, and how to engage your challengers more.
Yeah, and I think Callie is going to go over this next week when she does whenever we do our next team call. She's going to really dig into challenge groups and engaging them and keeping everyone in the group, seeing results and everything. But like Erin said, one thing that I do that I really was a point system. I don't know if you girls do this or not. I'm just going to explain real quick what I do, and maybe this will just spark some ideas for you. So before the group starts, I just kind of explain the points. So I do 3 posts every day. In the morning, it's 2 points for a daily task, and this is just something that they need to do in the morning. It's not necessarily workout related. It could be something like take a picture of – one day it was like take a picture of your nail polish, like just something silly, just something for them to engage in. And they get 2 points for it. And then, of course, there were some days where it was like workout or fitness or eating related, but some days it was just like totally random. So that was 2 points. Then at lunch, it was an open forum discussion. So this was just like some kind of question that I would ask them. How are they feeling about the program? How are they feeling with their eating for the day? Are they tired today? Are they sore? Just anything that they want to say about the program, the group, etc. So that was 2 points for commenting on that. And then I would do 2 points for vital threes, I called it, workout, water, and nutrition. And they would just have to post in the group about that. So that was one thing that I started doing in my challenge groups, and it just like totally changed the way my groups were. People were commenting that never used to do that for me. It was just, I guess they thought, like, I told them I would do the prize at the end, and it was just something little. I just went to Target and like got some cute little notebooks from the dollar bins and some pens and just like some little things. It was probably like $10. But even just like after I told them I was doing a prize, it makes them just a little bit more motivated. So like I said, I don't know if you girls already do a point system like that, but that was something that I recently just started doing, and it's helped a lot. So, and I'm sure Callie will go over that more next time we talk, but hopefully that helps. And I do the same with the free group. I give a prize at the end. I have them check in throughout the day, and I kind of run it the same way as I do a challenge group. So,
And I wanted to add one more thing.
yeah.
Oh, echoing. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. Anyways, so Callie, I love what she does. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's echoing. Okay, so I love what Callie does. It cracks me up, but I love it. But she will kick people out of her challenge group if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But you obviously have to set the standards at the beginning of your challenge group and let them know, hey, I'm going to delete you out of the group or kick you out or whatever if you're not posting every day. And I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Because your time is valuable. Even if you don't do this full time, your time that you're taking away from your family or your job or whatever, it's valuable, and you have to treat this like a business, because it is a business and it can be huge if you want it to be and you let it grow that way. So, I mean, it's taken me a long time to figure that out, but you know, if you just treat it like a business and your time is valuable and you are helping these people. So if they're not giving you like that feedback, if they're not are in the challenge and they're not posting and stuff, maybe that's a good idea too. But
You kind of have to also like they're there to like drag people along. You set them up with the program. You told them you're going to support them. And do your best. If they're not participating, I mean, I'm not trying to like be harsh, but I'm just saying that you gave them everything that you can do for them. You're supporting them and everything. If they're still not ready and they're still not committing to it, you kind of just have to be like, okay, you're lost almost. I used to kind of like drag people along and like message them, and it just was very tiring. Like, you just have to set them up with their program, be there for them every day in the group, and just do the best you can to support them. But if they're still not participating and they're still not ready, then that's just something that they need to deal with. Maybe they just weren't really ready to sign up yet. Maybe they just weren't ready to commit. So as long as you know that you're checking in every day and being there for them as much as you can, and I don't know, that's what I think.
yeah, and to add to that too, here lately I've had a lot of people that are like, hey, I already have the 21-day fix, but I don't have a coach. I've been telling them you have to order Shakeology or you cannot be in this particular group. Now, having you should have some kind of other group that you can add them to that you're not going to focus on as much. That way you don't completely lose them, because they could turn into a coach. Because Callie is an example. She ordered it off Amazon and I let her in my group. So you don't want to say, oh, see you later, but you want to put them somewhere so you can have contact with them. But, you know, like I said earlier, time is valuable. So I've been telling people, even if they have something, they need to order something basically to get in my challenge group.
Yeah. So that's all I have about that.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, I kind of go off and ramble.
Real quick, before anyone goes off or before our meeting ends, do you girls mind if I take like a screenshot? But I just want to make sure everyone's like smiling and not like down and looking all like tired and stuff.
I am tired. Go for it.
I am too. I almost did this in my bed. I almost
I am in my bed with my awesome Christmas lights behind me.
Pretty.
It sets the mood, you know, for myself to go to bed.
All right. So, hold on. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's funny.
If we're friends on Facebook, I'll post this tonight and you can tag yourself in it if you want.
I feel like it's the Brady Bunch thing.
It is with all around the screen.
Yes.
So there was just one more question about crap. No, I don't remember what it was.
Oh, getting out of a funk or something.
Getting out of a funk, and I'm guessing this is getting out of a funk in your coaching business. But if not, this can relate to anything. This is what I think. Getting out of a funk. I am in a slump or a funk. Oh, not a lot, but it's happened. I've been a coach for 2.5 years. And trust me, there are times when I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not working. Like, and then there's other days where I'm like, yes, this is great. Like, it's awesome. So if you feel that way, like you're in a slump ever, you're not alone. Trust me. I think every single coach has had this happen to them before. But what does that say? Oh.
I love you, Anna.
Oh my God.
Anna's not even looking. One thing that I do, and I mean, this might not, I don't know, I'm just going to tell you what I do. So I kind of just sit down and I like rewrite out my goals and my why I became a coach, but not even just a coach, why I got into my workout journey, why I try to eat healthy, just anything that I can think of. I kind of just like journal about it, like just kind of talk to myself and just revisit those reasons of why I started everything, and just kind of remind myself of those things, because to me they get me back in my groove slowly. I mean, I have to also do a little bit of personal development. I try to Google some personal development, not Beachbody coaches. I try to go outside and look for other people, not just, a top 10 coach who's going to tell me whatever. I try to go outside and look for other people. And so that's kind of all I really do. I don't know if that helps, but you were motivated in the beginning, so you kind of just have to like remind yourself of how you felt and what brought you to be motivated when you were motivated, if that makes sense. I don't know. Erin, Callie, take me.
Yeah, I mean, and you just have to, like she said, focus on like what your goals are and why you're really doing this. Because I've had some people sign up and all they want to do is make money, and they don't, because they're not really in it for the right reasons. So you just have to look at it as a long term and commit to this forever. Like, don't ever think that you might quit or you're going to give it a year, because if you say you're going to give it a year, then you may quit, So like she said, doing personal development outside of coaches, I mean, I definitely agree with like following coaches and listening to what they say to learn what to do, but doing personal development, working on your weakness, just researching the heck out of everything that can make you better, and maybe take it a new approach to what you're doing. If you're getting bored with taking selfies of yourself, then start taking videos of yourself doing workouts. I mean, and then it'll kind of re-engage your followers too.
Good point.
That's all I have. Callie, do you have anything else?
Of course I do. Because I'm always in a funk. Ask Erin. I'm always like whining to her.
No.
Like my little therapist.
I whine to her too. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, let me just say that I have like threatened to quit like probably like 3 times in like the last year. I don't ever think that I really like planned on it, but I just, there's times where I just get so overwhelmed and I feel like I just can't. I mean, sometimes I just can't sort it out all in my brain, and I just have a pity party. And sometimes you do. You have to just have a pity party, and then you have to get over it and move on. And usually my husband's the one to tell me that I need to just quit being stupid and get over it. So some things that I do is sometimes you do just have to throw a pity party and you just have to cry it out, but then you have to get over it real quick. You don't have time to have a pity party for a week. You have like 1 day or like 2 hours. Cry it out and then get over it. Another thing that I do, and this, I don't remember whose analogy this was, but I always think like you have to take it back to your why, and they always say your why has to make you cry. So I have a couple, but one of the analogies that I love is if you have kids, this guy said if your kids were in a burning building, Like, would you let like something, I don't remember exactly what he said, but would you let anything stop you from going into a burning building to save your kid? And like, that's how strong your why's got to be. And, or another one was like, if someone told you that your kid was going to die of cancer unless you could buy this $100,000 medication, would you just like say, I can't come up with that money and just let your kid die? Like, no, like you would go door to door and do whatever you had to do to get that money. And that's just what you have to do. You just have to think, well, you know, no matter how many no's you get in this business, like that's how you can relate to this business. No matter how many no's you get, no matter how many times people say that you're annoying, that your posts are annoying, or that you have extensions when you really don't, and all this stuff, like you just have to be like, who cares? Like, are you going to let that person or like those people that are saying no, like keep you from saving your kid? Like, that's the way that I think about it. And really it is saving my family because we need it financially. Like, I look at Brooklyn and I look at Lane and I want to be able to provide for them. Like, I want to be able to take them to Disney World. Like, I want to be able to pay for their college so they don't have to pay for student loans. Like, I want to do all that for them. And I want to be like a healthy mom for them because I know that I am like so depressed when I'm overweight and I'm not on doing like good in my fitness journey. Like, I hate my husband. I have no patience with my kids. Like, when I don't feel good about myself, like I am just not a pleasant person. And I want more for my kids than that. So that's what it comes down to. You got to figure out what your why is. And then every time you feel like giving up, every time you feel like giving yourself a pity party, or you're throwing a fit because someone signed up with another coach after you've been talking to them for 2 years, it happens. It happens to everybody. I promise you. I can't even tell you how many times that's happened. You just have to be like, okay, well, that person's not going to stop me from running in that burning building. So you just have to really dig deep. You have to learn how to motivate yourself. Yes, you can go to your coach and kind of whine sometimes, but you have to know that no one can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. You have to get yourself out of the funk. So get up, get your workout in, even when you don't feel like it. Do some personal development, get moving, and cry if you have to, and then move on.
I love it.
Well said. You said everything I was thinking.
One thing I did want to add, it has nothing to do with any of that. It's just you have to talk to more people. I mean, that's all there is to it all the time. That's the thing in this business. If you're talking to one person once a month about coaching, you're probably not going to build your business pretty fast. But I mean, that's the number one thing. I think, you just have to be talking and meeting new people somehow, some way. You have to, if you want this to work for you. You can't just keep talking to the same people over and over again. But yeah, I just had to say that because that's huge.
4 people, and when they all say no, you're gonna feel like you suck. But if you're talking to 40 people and 4 of them say yes and the rest say no, you're gonna feel excited about that. So I know exactly what you mean, because the more people, the more you talk to, yes, you're gonna get a ton of no's, but when you get those couple of yeses, it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
You don't care. And the more you do it, the more you're just like, that's the way I do it. I throw every invite out there, like, and just anticipating that they're going to tell me no, or they're going to be like, or they're going to ignore me. Then when they respond or they say yes, I'm like, sweet. Like,
that's how I feel.
Like, if they don't respond to me, then like my mentality is like, okay, they ignored me, but they're still watching my posts, and they're going to come back next year and be like, okay, I'm ready, because it happens all the time.
When you like your posts all the time. I have this girl who likes my post all the time. Every post I do, she likes it, but she will not answer me in a message. I know she sees it.
Oh my God.
Stop her.
And I'm just
That's
like,
great. I was going to say something, but I can't remember. Oh, and sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying we have 3 minutes left.
Okay. Like what Callie said, you're planting seeds, and I know that sounds stupid, but you are planting seeds with these people. If they tell me no, I don't get upset anymore. Like I used to in the very beginning, because I was not used to any of this, but now I'm like, oh, good. That's one person that I've already talked to and built a relationship with, and they know how this works. So in 3 or 4 months, maybe I won't even really have to talk to them much, and they're just going to commit. So that's the way you kind of have to think about it, instead of like being offended and, oh, well, they don't like me, or they don't want to join my challenge, I suck as a coach. Or you just cannot think like that. You always have to think positive about it. And it is planting a seed with them. But.
Yeah, sorry. I remember Janelle Summers, I think, or Christine or one of them said that this business has like a 90-day window or something. I don't remember the exact words, but like if you talk to someone in January, you can't expect them to sign up in January. You have to expect them to sign up like March, April, May, like way down the road. Like think of the people you're talking to this month is just people for down the road months. I have a girl who is signing up. Well, she said she's signing up this week. She still hasn't, but I've been talking to her literally since like October about the 21-day fixed challenge pack. And she keeps telling me she's going to sign up. She's going to do it, and she hasn't yet. But you just have to kind of think about it that way, that there is, I can't think of the word. It's not a window. There is a delay in anyone that you're talking to. Yeah, sure, some people will sign up right away. That does happen sometimes. Randomly, someone will sign up all like in one day. That's happened to me once maybe. But other times it takes time, and you just have to be okay with that. It does take time. So that's why you're posting every day, because after your conversation and they say no, your posts are backing up everything that you talked with them about. So we have less than a minute. Oh my God. Over.
It's like the farmer, though. That's what they say. It's like the farmer. Like they plant the seeds, and the crops don't grow like automatically. Like you have to plant the seeds, you have to water them, you have to keep watering them.
All right.
Callie, do you want to wrap up, or do you have anything else to say?
I don't.
With your I got less than a minute, so I'm just going to talk as much as I can. For invites, literally, like I still hate inviting. Like I hate doing it. So I eat that frog, and I do that first thing in the morning. And so I send my invites, and then I walk away from the computer and see what they say. Like I just throw them out there, and then I walk away, and then I come back to them like, because I hate doing them. I hate doing invites. So I just do it, and then I run away, and then because I don't want to see it right away. Like if I see them responding, like my heart starts racing.
That's what I do.
I still hate invites, but I just do them anyway.
I agree.
I do the same thing. That's funny.
All right. Go team, high five.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.